This was a night that will be remembered once again for Ansu Fati, the man who announced himself against Osasuna, started at the Camp Nou, his full debut arrived, and boy, did he take it. Tonight, a goal scorer again, but not just that, he took the entire occasion by storm, whipping up the crowd, injecting it with energy, and so much promise to come. It's all coming up. We have to talk about that. Barcelona are back in business. Hello and welcome to Talk FC, and welcome back here to the channel, guys. And honestly, right now, it is difficult to contain my excitement. It's very, very difficult to actually stay calm here. And I tell you what, if I'd have done this review in the first 20 minutes of that game, the first 10-15 minutes, I would have been absolutely mental because it was brilliant. It was wonderful to watch Barcelona playing that kind of football. The players that we saw right there tonight in the first half, the way that we played, the way that the football looked, it was magical. That's what we want to see. It was just like against Real Betis at the Camp Nou, another 5-2 scoreline, another impressive performance, another big win. But this was special. It was a special way of playing, in particular, the players who were involved. You look at Ansu Fati, you look at Frenkie de Jong. Those are the kind of players we want donning the Barcelona shirt. Those are Barcelona players, and tonight, once again, we got to see them in and around each other. A lot of players together on the field at the same time who made it tick, who made it work, and that is what we want to see. We are talking about it all. Barcelona 5, Valencia 2. It was stunning again, especially in that first half. Magical stuff. And I've got to kick you off there with the opening 10 minutes. And I want to start here in the third minute, where Ansu Fati making his full Barcelona debut, 16 years old. And I want to keep saying that, and people will keep saying, yeah, we know he's 16, but he's 16. Can you believe that? Does he play there like a 16-year-old? Absolutely not. You would never think this boy was 16 if you couldn't see him out there. You can see on the field that, yeah, it's a 16-year-old. But when he's playing, when he's switched on his mind there, when he's running at his man, he does not behave like a 16-year-old. There's so much confidence there. There's so much self-belief that he belongs at this level. And boy, with the way that he played tonight, you would not argue with him. 3 minutes gone, it's Frenkie de Jong, and I thought we started the game brilliantly. That's what we expect from Barcelona, not just at home, but also away from home. Start the game like we've spoken about before, with that purpose. We had really, really good players out there. It was a good starting lineup from Valverde. Really, really good team that he picked. You've got Arthur, you've got de Jong, you've got Busquets behind them. We started there passing the ball around, spraying it around, good movement, really quick passing, getting the crowd going. That's what you need to do. And de Jong was brilliant, breaking forward there, getting his head up. He seems to be 10 steps ahead of anyone else. When he gets the ball, he already knows what he's going to do with it. When he gets the ball, he already knows exactly who's around him, and he was having a look up. He was approaching the box, he was out wide, he was taking up all the right positions, and he just saw Ansu Fati, and it's a brilliant run. It's a wonderful run there from the youngster. He comes across the area, a brilliant pass into him, times it perfectly, and bang! There was no hesitation. There was not even a question there from Ansu Fati that he wasn't going to score, and I love that about him. I love that confidence there, running onto that ball and taking the chance. I'm going to score, thank you very much, 1-0. 3 minutes gone, Ansu Fati gets his first goal, and a wonderful assist from Frenkie de Jong. And oh no, we're not finished yet. We are not finished there. 4 minutes later, just reverse those roles. Just do something a little bit different there, including those two players, and this was just as good. This was just as breathtaking, just as exciting there, out on the left-hand side. Ansu Fati's got the ball. Again, he's squaring up his man. Every time that he got the ball, he looked to do something with it. And yeah, he might have lost the ball once, twice, 3 times. Sometimes he'll lose it in quite bad areas, but he'll learn all of that. But at the same time, he wants to do something. He's trying to get at them. He's trying to make something happen. He's running straight at Vass. He doesn't know how to deal with him. Ansu Fati looks as though he's going to come inside, but he doesn't. He actually goes right to the outside, right to the byline, goes around Vass, but then it's the next part. It's not just doing that. It's not just completing that dribble. He could then just put the ball anywhere, put the ball in the danger zone, but he doesn't. He gets his head up. He's got the composure to have a quick look. He sees de Jong arriving and he picks him out. It's not an aimless pass. It's not an aimless cross. He picks out Frenkie de Jong, who's made a brilliant run there, arriving late in between the two centre-backs. He's arriving there and bang, 2-0. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. The first goal, de Jong with the assist, Ansu Fati with the goal. The second goal, it's Fati with the assist, and Frenkie de Jong with his first Barcelona goal. And at that point, guys, I was honestly like, you know what, just end the game now. End the game now. We've played 12 minutes, that's fine. We'll just leave the game there. Barcelona 2, Valencia 0. That's all that we need to see, because it was wonderful. And it wasn't just the goals, it wasn't just what we were doing in the final third, it was everywhere there. In the opposition half, we were taking on the ball, we were controlling that game. And I want to talk now about Arthur Melo and Frenkie de Jong as a combination there, as a partnership in that midfield. That is what we have to see. Arthur, de Jong, simple as that. They are brilliant together, and they'll go from strength to strength. They are still in the very early stages here of striking up a partnership, but they've got so much there that they just complement each other so well. You've got de Jong, who can go forward with the ball, who can do every aspect of that midfield game, and he can really get things happening in there. He can certainly create, but he can also get around the pitch, show that energy, and also fantastic on the ball. Then you've got Arthur, somebody there who's happy to drop a bit deeper, to be the metronome, to have the ball, receive it there, then get his head up, pick out de Jong, allowing that space there to move into, and play some passes into the front three to get things going. But at the same time, they complement each other so well. Sometimes de Jong will go forward, Arthur will drop in. Sometimes de Jong go over to the left, Arthur will come over to the right, and they just enjoy doing that. And certainly in this game, you've seen the very early signs of something very special blossoming there in midfield. Two players who work brilliantly together, who've got all the characteristics to succeed at Barcelona, and that's what we want in our midfield. Real Barcelona players. But of course, I'm not just going to come into this video and pretend like everything is perfect. I'm not going to say that whatsoever. What I will say before I go on to some negatives is that I actually want to praise tonight Ernesto Valverde for what he did with the starting lineup and actually playing Ansu Fati from the start. Because look, you guys know that I'm not Valverde in. You guys know that I'm not going to shower Valverde in unnecessary praise, but I do try and be fair. And to be fair to Valverde, he didn't have to start Fati tonight. He could have started Suarez. He could have played Sergio Roberto. He could have even played Ivan Rakitic and gone there with a 4 across midfield, but he didn't do that. He did start Fati at the Camp Nou, a big occasion, but he still went ahead with it, and certainly we saw the rewards from that tonight, and I was really happy with that decision from Valverde. What I would say though is, we still have a clear problem defensively, and that's strange, because you look at what we're doing right now, we're missing Messi, we were missing Suarez, we're missing Dembele, and still, it's not in the attacking third that we have the problem. Defensively, that's our problem right now. We can't stop conceding goals. We're conceding far too many goals. And what I felt tonight was there was a clear gap between defence and midfield. There was a big hole there where Valencia's Rodrigo was just able to drop in time and time again, pick up that ball in so much space and actually turn and run at us. That's where the Valencia goal came from. Rodrigo there in too much space, picking up the ball, and also it happened right throughout the game. Gamero had chance after chance in that first half, in behind Barcelona, and certainly Valencia undid us there for their first goal in that first half. It was actually ruled out there by the linesman for offside, but VAR ruled it to be on after Jordi Alba there was playing Kevin Gamero onside. Valencia there just before half-time were back in the game, but of course, in the second half, we really did kill them off, and it was good play. It was good play, good goals, really happy for Suarez to get back on the score sheet, but before that, it was Gerard Piqué, and I've got to say, really unfortunate on the night for Antoine Griezmann. He didn't get himself a goal, he went very close, he was involved in the build-up, he was certainly trying, good work rate, quite a few times he was tracking his man back, he was working hard, that's what you want to see, and also tonight, Carlos Perez, he worked really hard on that right-hand side, and I also thought today he was a lot more unselfish. He was really getting his head up, he was doing some good things, he was getting at the byline, he was working back, he was getting involved in tackles. Good performance as well tonight from Carlos Perez, even though it won't get the headlines. But of course, Gerard Piqué, 52 minutes, makes it 3-1 Barcelona. Arthur Melo, really nice play in the build-up. He bursts from midfield one of the times that he was going forward and de Jong was dropping in. Arthur goes forward there, makes a good run, plays it into Griezmann. Griezmann with a shot, cannons off the post, comes to Gerard Piqué, who times his run perfectly, and he just taps it in there past Jasper Cillessen, who had a really difficult night. But of course, there was still time for 3 more goals in this game. 2 of them went the way of Suarez, for Valencia there got one back just before the end of the game with, again, some pretty suspect defending. But for me, Suarez's goals, really good, and good feeling really. Coming back into it, he comes on just seconds after he comes comes on, he gets a goal. Arthur again, involved in the build-up, plays it into Suarez, and it's a really nice goal. He just dummies it, he's sort of faking a shot for a few seconds there. Cillessen doesn't know what way he's going to go. Suarez there, bit of genius, puts it in the near post. Really good goal, really good finish, and a really nice celebration too, dedicating it there to Luis Enrique's daughter. Really nice touch there from Luis Suarez. But of course, he's not done there. And you can clearly see with Suarez, he is hungry, coming off the bench there. He knows right now his position in the team, his role in the team is anything but guaranteed. He's coming off the bench, point to prove, back from injury, and he gets himself another goal. Again, he's in the right place at the right time. He did seem to be working well with Antoine Griezmann. He also seemed to be trying to get Griezmann a goal too. He's really open, really trying to play him in, trying to get an opportunity. It didn't quite come, but Suarez got another goal there, just 8 minutes from time. Barcelona 5, Valencia 1, before Maxi Gomez there at the very end of the game made it 5-2. And like I said there in the intro, exactly the same score that we beat Real Betis by in our first home league game of the season, and in our second one here, the same score, 5-2 against Valencia. And I have to say again, just like against Betis, it was good fun. It was good fun to sit down tonight and watch that team, to watch a Barcelona team. And it was tonight. We played like Barcelona. There's players out there who are true Barcelona players, and that's what we all want. Ansu Fati is such an exciting player. Of course, we're going to talk more about him. There's a lot of good performances out there tonight in midfield. De Jong, Arthur, Carlos Perez played well. Griezmann was unlucky. Defensively, we've got to sort it out. And of course, away from home, that's the real test. On Tuesday, we go away to Borussia Dortmund. That is our next challenge. That is a massive, massive game. And I'm sure you guys are going to be joining me right here for all the build-up I've got coming for you. But of course, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. What did you think of tonight's game? What did you think of our performance and the individual displays out there today? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really hope you did. Because for me, especially in that first 10 minutes or so, it was so special. I'll see you soon, guys. But until next time, it's been great. Visca El Barça.